Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Medeek Wall plugin. My name is Nathaniel P. Wilkerson, and today I want to do a quick overview of the toolbars for the Medeek Wall plugin. Currently, I've had a lot of people just questioning like what toolbar does what, and I don't know that I've actually made a full video that encompasses showing all the toolbars and what they all have on them. So let's get started. I'm going to actually use the project plugins grid tool just to create a quick grid so I can throw up some walls. And then I'm going to start with our very first or primary toolbar of the extension, which is this one right here. So the very first one has, of course, the rectangular draw wall tool, or I just call it the draw wall tool. So let's go ahead and use that. I'm going to give it a second to load. It's got to bring up all the materials, and we'll just use the defaults here. I'm just going to throw up a couple walls just to have something to put some windows and doors into. Okay, so there's some walls. Right, so the very next one, the second one, I hope you guys can see my cursor here, is for drawing gable walls or shed or hip walls. Now, I do have all these other wall types that eventually I would like to add in, but right now they are grayed out and currently not available. So if you want to draw gable walls, shed walls, etc., we can do that. Let's go ahead and draw a gable wall just for instructor purposes here. Okay. So now we have the two draw wall tools. Next, we'll do the draw window tool, which is this guy right here. Looks like a window, of course. Okay, and then we have the next fourth icon is the draw door tool. So this is for drawing regular man doors, not garage doors. And you can see that we have that. Okay, and then the fifth icon or tool is the draw garage door tool. So that is for placing garage doors inside of our walls. All right. Now, next thing we have is the engineering calculations tool. And honestly, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with this tool. Right now, I'm working on the engineering plugin, and this particular tool is disabled. And so we'll see if we add any stuff there. But right now, this tool does absolutely nothing. Okay, the next is the global settings. And as you can see, by clicking that, you can load up all the global settings and you can click between the different tabs. That's pretty much self-explanatory. Okay, now let's go to our next toolbar. And I call this one the Medeek Wall Tools. So it's our second toolbar for the extension. So the very first thing is the Move Opening tool. You click that, you click any one of these openings, garage door, regular door, whatever. Click the door, go ahead and move it over. Okay. Next item here is the Edit Opening tool, a little rectangle with a green arrow. And so you click that and you can edit this window or edit a door or edit a garage door. Now, just so you guys realize, if you click on a wall that has any openings in it, you can right click on it and you will notice that you have this Edit Opening context menu item, which is essentially the same thing as clicking the Edit Opening tool. And so I think I covered this in a recent video, but just letting you guys know that it's there. Okay, so now we have the Delete Opening tool. So this can delete anything, windows, doors, garage doors. I'm going to click that window and it goes away. All right, the next item, fourth item, is the Open and Close tool for opening and closing doors. You'll notice that it opens these doors. If that was an opening window, we could do that. It'll open the garage door and close it. If you regen the wall, it will close the windows and doors that are in it. Okay. Next item is the Move to Wall tool. So this tool is specifically for moving walls perpendicular to their direction. So if I click this, you'll notice that it's perpendicular to the direction of the wall itself. So for instance, if I want to shove this wall in, and then of course it automatically corrects the wall that is connected. Yeah, I think this video is going to get a little long just because there's so many tools. So we do have 9 toolbars, right? I'm not going to go over each one of these, but I'm going to try to cover them as quickly as I can. Okay, so after the window opening, we have the Move Wall tool, which we did, and then we have the Edit Wall tool. So this is probably one of the most useful tools in the whole extension. You click on any wall and you can edit this wall, right? Do whatever you need to do. For instance, I'm going to change the cladding to this red color. All right. I'm not going to go into these in detail because I have separate videos for them. So the split wall tool will split these wall panels into separate pieces. I haven't actually used this one in very long, but or for quite some time now. So now you actually have two separate wall panel assemblies. And now we have the join wall tool, which basically can take two wall panels and merge them back together. So these two tools do the inverse function of each other. Okay, we have the stretch wall tool. I'm taking you guys through some of these just because I think it's kind of interesting. And we can stretch this wall. And then the copy wall tool. This is quite a useful tool for copying parameters from one wall to all the other walls. And then we have the edit dimensions tool. So if we have the dimensions turned on in the global settings, we can use the edit those dimensions directly and change the wall itself by using this tool. I'm not going to show that because I have a video on that already. Okay, so now let's move to the Medeek Wall Tools 2 toolbar, which is this guy right here. The number walls tool. Basically click on this and you can renumber all your walls, right? So like, let's say I want to call them to start with W1 and I want to auto increment. I just start clicking on walls and you can see that both of these got now numbered, renamed. Okay. The edit corners tool will join up corners of walls if they don't properly align. For instance, let's change this wall. Actually, I'm going to change this to rectangular. Okay, and then let's see if we can use this corner wall tool to join these two. So if we go, actually no, the edit corners, sorry, I'm thinking of the other tool, the connect corners. Edit corners will flip around the framing on these. So if I click on this wall and then I click on this wall, notice it turned the framing going the other direction. Okay, I don't know if you could see that or not, but that's what's happening. Okay, draw wall perimeter. I covered this in another video. Essentially, if you have a perimeter that you've established, a face, you can use this tool and just throw up all the exterior walls at once. That's pretty convenient. Opening tool. So if we click on this, one thing it's really handy for is flipping doors around without jumping into the menus. So notice I've got the outside, the right hand, the left hand. So that's what that tool does. And I do have a separate video on that. Copy opening is the same as the kind of the copy wall tool. You can click on this and click on a window and then reset all the parameters for all the windows. Okay, so the one I really wanted to get to here was this connect corners tool. I do have a video on this one as well. Let's go ahead and click on that and we'll connect this corner with this corner. And you can see that it shortened that wall and made the connection. All right, so those are the basic wall tools that are built into the plugin. And then we start getting into kind of more an eclectic mix of different features for the walls, right? I'm going to turn off the cladding real quick. And I'm trying to keep this video so it's not too long, but there's just so many tools that we need to cover, I guess. Okay, so this whole toolbar menu right here is for Simpson strong walls primarily. I mean, we do have the MyTech version as well, but if you click on this, you'll notice it defaults to this SSW, and I'll just pop one in there real quick for you guys to see. Simpson strong wall, steel strong wall actually, and then you have all the options of moving it, editing it, deleting it, and that sort of thing. Okay, now we come to this toolbar, which is for, and it's quite a large one, this one right here. So the first four icons are for dealing with in-wall columns. And so if I want to add like a column inside this wall, I can do that. And you can see that you've got a move column, so you can move it within the wall easily enough. And you can edit it if you need to change something up, whatever that might be. Let's say we want a 6x8 instead of a, we swap that around. Let's probably put that 90-degree rotation, and you can see we can edit it. And then of course we can delete it. Okay, so that's for dealing with in-wall columns. Then you have the beam edit tool and the draw beam tool. So basically that is a completely separate tool, nothing to do with the walls specifically. It's for drawing beams. And the nice thing is with these beams, you can now manage them or engineer them with the Medeek engineering plugin. All right, so these are standalone assemblies. These are not connected to the walls in any way. This is a separate beam assembly. So these two icons right here are for dealing with beams. And then we get to the same sort of thing with posts. This is for standalone posts. So you have the draw post tool and the edit post tool. So if I want to draw a post, I can, and then of course if I need to edit it, I can edit it. And these again are standalone entities, right? They're not connected to any walls. Okay, so that's pretty much that. Now the next thing, which could almost be its own plugin, is the draw stairs tool, and I have a lot of videos on the draw stair tool and the edit stair tool. But basically you just come along here. Let's just pick a point on this corner here. This makes it easy, and you can go ahead and insert your stairs. And notice we have the code thing turned on, that little blue thing showing the clearances. Let's turn that off. Right, so there's our stairs, and then if you want to start manipulating those, you can just obviously edit stair assembly with the context menu, or you can click this little tool here and you can edit these stairs. And you have lots of options, and there's multiple videos on dealing with stairs. So that's, again, a whole nother standalone assembly. This is not connected to the walls, it's just stairs. All right. Okay, so now we get into the blocking toolbar, I guess. It has draw blocking, edit blocking, and delete blocking. So when you use the blocking tool, it essentially puts your block within the wall assembly. Let's see, I'm just going to put one right there to start with here. Now, and you know, there's a lot of settings you can do to manipulate that, but it actually is embedding that within the wall itself. See, that's inside the wall group, and we can delete that, of course. And then we have the trim tool, or molding, not trim so much, molding, I guess, interior molding tool. I'm not going to get into this one too much, but basically I have a whole nother video on just that. And these moldings are, again, standalone assemblies, just like the stairs, beams, and columns. Okay. Yeah, and you want to watch the video specifically on the molding tool. Okay, so then we come to this particular toolbar, which has been in development for quite some time. I call it the Documents toolbar, and really these two, the PDF and the DXF, I haven't really had the time to dive into those much yet. So those ones actually don't do anything. The only one that's really of any use is the Scenes tool, and I think let's see what it is. It's been a while since I've actually played with this one. If I select all of these and I create scenes, it's now going to create a scene for each wall panel. I'm going to close that out. So you have basically a nice front view of each wall panel separately. And that's the idea behind it. It just generates scenes quickly for you of all the wall panels in the model. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's the only tool in this toolbar that actually works. Okay, so now we get to the final 9th toolbar, and this is the shear wall toolbar. And I think I have a couple of videos on this already, but basically you can draw your shear wall, you can move it within the wall, you can edit it, you delete it, and there is a shear wall schedule tool. So let's go ahead and throw in a shear wall just to demonstrate that real quick. Okay, and there's your shear wall. You've got your hold downs, you've got your end posts, and there's a lot, it's double sheathed on both sides, and there's a lot of options for that. And then of course the edit, you can jump in here and you can edit all the settings. So as you can see, there are a lot of toolbars. Some of these you may not ever use, and in that case I would just essentially turn them off and put them away if you don't need them. So use the ones that you need. And yeah, there's 9 toolbars with a lot of icons. Hopefully that was a quick overview of what they all do. And if you guys have any questions or suggestions, please let me know, and we will talk to you all later.